We're here over on zombies just to kind of fit the whole atmosphere. Today they ended up releasing the zombies trailer for Vanguard. And aesthetically, I really like the demonic. I really like that aesthetic. It's really cool. It's Doom-esque, if you could think of it in any way, really, if you haven't seen it yet. Obviously, Doom, nothing's really ever gonna take the style of Doom, but you know what I mean. Down that path, you know? Lots of red and fire and blood and demons and horns, and so we didn't really get any more information. I think they're actually supposed to be doing like a behind the scenes thing, and maybe there they'll give more information, but from the looks of it, we were trying to figure out if it was gonna be like a regular round-based thing, if it was gonna be like Outbreak and be like just kind of weird, not really like zombies, not like this, just a regular, you know, round-based map. And from the trailer, it looked like you could actually play on like multiplayer maps. I know that sounds weird, but you can actually play zombies on multiplayer maps. Now, the thing is, what if it's not like Outbreak though? What if you could just play a round-based mode on, for example, what's in this trailer anyway? You could definitely recognize Red Star. Now, I don't fuck with Red Star as a multiplayer map, but maybe in zombies, if there's like, you know, good open area to run around and gather all the zombies up and then just mow them down. Realistically, that's all I'm really looking for in a round-based zombies map anyway. I know a lot of people like the Easter eggs and the stories and all that shit, but I'm just trying to make progress. Mostly towards camos. I don't care about high rounds either. It looked like there was this dude that, I guess, got involved with these experiments somehow, some way, and the motherfucker's literally summoning demons like Game of Thrones and shit style, where he's like, all he has to do is raise his arms up and all the people just rise and shit. Pretty edgy, that's for sure, but if I could literally just be doing this on Red Star, I'm fine with it. I really don't give a fuck. So since we don't really have any detail or anything, there's really no way to, you know other than just sitting around speculating and hoping. Okay, this is how I'm thinking that the way that it's gonna go in my mind. Now, it could just not go this way at all, and it could just be maybe worse than this, but I'm thinking in my head that initially when the game drops, we're probably gonna have like that style, that weird thing where hopefully it's a round-based thing where I can just decide, hey, I wanna play on, and then I select whatever map, and then it just is kind of like a round-based thing on that map. It doesn't really have much of a story to it. There's maybe some unlockable doors and things like that regularly, but past that point, there's really no more depth, which I'm kind of cool with. And then I'm assuming maybe in season 1, we'll get an actual one that has something to do with the story and explain how or why the zombies are the way that they are, how everything came to be within this universe. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna do the multiplayer camo first, and then I'll do the zombies camo. So maybe by that point, the actual, you know, map will be out by that point, and it's not like a weird round-based thing with multiplayer maps. But regardless, I mean, whichever one is the best is the one that I'm gonna use. I don't really care. Or at least the easiest for me to understand. A lot of people, like, as I was doing this whole thing, they were like, dude, go to Firebase Z, dude, all the elites. I did not give a fuck. I did all the elites and everything through this. That's it. I trimmed my beard a little bit last night because this fucking thing is just growing like crazy. But I got scared. I was going through and I was like, okay, I'll just square it off a little bit. Oh no, my thing is, I got like big cheekbones. That's why, like, when I smile, you see my cheeks and shit. So I'm not looking to have too much puffiness out on the sides because my cheeks are already round as is. So I was sitting here, I'm trying to attack this thing and I'm trying to keep it square. Oh, I might hit it again. I don't know. In the trailer, I did see some Ring of Fire and some other shit, and people are like talking about reused assets and all this other shit. Like, dude, I'm tired. I'm just over it. I'm happy Ring of Fire is there. Ring of Fire has bailed me out of so much shit on this game. Very mediocre zombies player. I like Ring of Fire. Graphically and tone-wise, like past the actual like artistic style of like the red and demonic type of shit and the chalices, and there's also like this weird like god skull thing. I don't even know. They showed like a wonder weapon sword thing. It was like a crystal. Like they pulled it out and it was like a pink purple crystal. Kind of similar to the color of this, I'd say, I guess. They pulled it out with their hand and thing like fucking attaches itself all together. Look crazy. I'm curious how the IW engine actually like makes that shit look. Like, it looks really good in the trailer, but I want to know, like, there's only so much that you can gather from like those short shots of things. The way that a gun sits and how far away it sits from you on the screen, and how long a certain color of a camo is sitting there in the corner of your eye and shit. It just sets a whole kind of tone for the game. So if it's got like the graphical look of the Modern Warfare engine with the crispiness slash horror aspects of Sledgehammer influence, but then the design philosophy by Treyarch. It always felt like every year whenever we got these games or maps or anything like that, it always felt like, man, this year we got Treyarch, this year we got Infinity Ward, this year we got Sledgehammer. People will feel whatever type of way based on that. They judge it all based off of the last game, and that's a fair thing to do. You're trying to figure out, you know, what you should expect next. But sometimes those preconceived notions kind of hurt your expectation. Like, if you didn't have a good time with the last one and you see any kind of glimpse of the other one in the brand new one, you're gonna be like, ah, yeah, the last time it looked like this from those people I just didn't like. But this time around, with it looking the way that it does, I don't think any zombies really looks like this one. I mean, aesthetically anyway, it just doesn't. There's no zombies that looks like this. Oh, and Battlefield is also showing some stuff about Hazard Zone, which a lot of people, for whatever reason, thinks is their BR. It's not a BR. It is like Escape from Tarkov-ish. If you don't know what Escape from Tarkov is, for all you super hardcore guys out there that think fucking Warzone is the most hardcore shit ever, all you BR players, oh man, gotta play with a risk. You should be playing a game like Escape from Tarkov. If you want to talk about risk, there's much more risk there than in any BR game you can play. What the fuck? I'm sorry, I know I'm supposed to be talking about zombies, but I don't know what that looks like, but it doesn't look like Battlefield. Must you constantly chase the latest trends? Tarkov has been around for a while. Latest trend. You don't see FIFA mixing it up with exploding footballs, do you? What is this shit? Get off Twitter! Delete your account! More zombies info comes out in a couple hours from this point. Whatever, man. From Stalingrad to Shinonuma, you'll fight Von List's undead army on all fronts in Vanguard. Watch the behind-the-scenes first look in a couple hours. I mean, this motherfucker looks so edgy, it's hilarious. This looks ridiculous. There's like a four-armed elder god. He looks like a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card. He looks like Obelisk the Tormentor's father. He looks like the first statue from Solo Leveling, or better yet in your mind, the Smiling Titan. Hey, extra points if you know that Titan's name. I didn't do a full-on react to the thing because it was just, you know. Also, I just passed like 145 hours or something like that over on New World. I love this fucking game. Now, people are talking about content on that game, but to be honest, I mean, once you get the late game and you're 60 and you're geared and shit like that, it's PvP. And PvP on the game isn't like a lot of the other MMORPGs where like, oh, I have this gear and I'm this level, so I should just win straight out. Oh, I hit this button, so that means it automatically does this amount of damage to you. No, you gotta aim, you gotta dodge, you gotta do all sorts of shit. It's Dark Souls-esque. Well, if you run light armor like me. You literally have a Dark Souls roll. Could you imagine, you know all those like red symbols and shit that you're seeing, inverted crosses and shit? Imagine if we could get a camo like that. It'll kind of look like the numbers camo, but instead it'll be like those crazy fucking demonic symbols and shit. Literally, the camo will be like a demonic matter or some shit. Ooh! This shit looks so good. I'm hoping that multiplayer and zombies will just be bangers. I mean, that's really all anyone can hope for, right? A quick little 16-round run. This shit's a joke. This anti-cheat won't do anything. I have over 2,000 accounts and You think I give a fuck? There's nothing you can do. I can still cheat. I have a hardware spoofer. I have it all. I mean, that's cool if that's what you do. Fine. But like, just to let you know, it doesn't keep me up at night. Like, if I literally don't run into it for weeks at a time once the anti-cheat comes out, you are just as invisible as you imagine you are. It doesn't matter. That little pit that you feel where it's like, man, all this trolling that I'm doing on Twitter, is it really falling into the abyss? Zombies looks great. Vanguard looks great. Hazard Zone over on Battlefield. I'm happy that it's not a BR. Good shit.